Start now? That's okay. We have to. Okay, all of you. Am I audible to all online? Am I streaming fine? Can you please confirm? Am I streaming fine? Hello Rahul, hello Shaheen, Priyambada, Anurag. Hello Anurag, good afternoon. Can you please tell me if I am streaming fine? It's a lag, I think. Yes? Yes? Okay, fine, you're welcome. Okay, then we start off now. So, thanks again for joining us. This is not the regular way how generally institutes operate. So, for some of you, it might come as a surprise or comes as something you can't anticipate कि अच्छा ऐसे भी होता है. So, thanks for trusting me there, coming in. Hello Vishnu, hello Shaheen, Swati, good afternoon. Karan, good afternoon, all of you. I'll request all of you to have a piece of paper and a pen also. But we'll have some exercises as I'm teaching. Not that quick questions you must solve immediately right now. वो भी होगा बाद में. But for now, it's more on engaging you in some ways so that you are part of the process. Okay. So keep a pen, paper with all of you. Yes. So the theme for today is how can you prepare for the prelims? And when I say prelims, I am for now focused on 2024. But what I am discussing, what I am sharing with all of you is also valid for 25 attempt also. And let this be a type of an awareness where you can accordingly adjust your preparation for the entire year. Lot of things, if you are told earlier, you can be ready for it. Lot of things, if you are taught on time, you can anticipate and be ready for it. That's why I requested even the 2025 attempt students can attend and learn something from this. Thank you. So fine. So we are starting off with our strategy for 24 attempt prelims. Now I have some questions to ask all of you. Okay. The first question is, can you write down 2 or 3 things that you feel when you are not in control of things? आपके emotions क्या होते हैं? Write down please. What do you feel? Ayush, is it okay now? I've adjusted that. Jackie. So my question to all of you is, what do you feel, okay, before the examination? आपके emotions क्या होता है? When you are preparing, when you are studying? Write down whatever emotions you have. The emotion could be sadness. The emotions could be anger. The emotions could be, okay, maybe depression, whatever you feel. Write down 2 or 3 emotions there. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. In corporate learning strategies and in development of personality, we are taught that if you can identify what you're feeling, that's the first step towards addressing and solving the problem. And we tend to confuse lot of emotions. We confuse anger as, okay, frustration. We confuse sadness as anxiety. We confuse excitement, okay, as restlessness. आप जितना objective you can identify what you're feeling, you can address it. Okay? So in the preparation that you have, I'm assuming that you are studying, and some of you probably studying for this year's prelims. What emotions do you go through? Likha aapne some things? Okay, whatever it is. So here is my list here. This is one emotion. Okay, part of why do you get stressed out? Why you get stressed out? One reason could be that it is due with frustration. You can check your sheet if you have got the word frustration or not. And if you ask yourself, why do you feel frustrated? The general answer is no sense of progress. Frustrations कब होता है? तब होता है when you are trying. आप काम कर रहे हो, but the results are not coming in. Okay. And these are some emotions which also impact your exam readiness. You must have heard your parents and teachers tell you, exam ke pehle calm down. Why do you say that? That's because it impacts your thinking, it impacts your judgment also. So, to address it, the first step is, let's accept the fact that we may get frustrated. Now write down, what are the 2-3 reasons why you get frustrated? One of which is, you are working, but you have probably no sense of progress. Okay, let's take an example. I read something today, and I come back after 3 or 4 days. The realization, I have forgotten. Okay, I am studying for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and when the test comes in, score nahi aa raha hai. The frustration, progress nahi hai. It can also be frustration because of maybe you do not know what to do. I want to study, but I do not know what to study. A person A says, read 1, 2, 3 books. मैंने शुरू कर दिया. Somebody else comes in, no, 1, 2, 3 is wrong. Study 3, 4, 5 books. Then I start that. Then I saw YouTube, कुछ और बता दिया. So this emotion is frustration. Identify for yourself. Okay, what frustrates you? Another one is regret. Okay, regret is not same as frustration. Frustration is you are trying, but it's not moving ahead. Regret is, in the hindsight, if I look back, oh, I had time. Kash main tab pad liya hota. Okay. Oh, I had some resource. I didn't use it. Oh, that man told that to me. I wish I had done it that way. That's a regret. And these are two different emotions. Okay. Frustrations you can solve. Regret, you have to ultimately let go. Frustrations and regret are not same things. So you must identify what regrets you have, okay, and let go of it. Okay. The second or third is anger. And anger can be for your own self. Okay, yaar, try karna. Frustration, when it builds up, it ultimately will become anger. And anger can also be for somebody else. He guided me wrong. Okay, I joined a course, or course khatam nahi kiya. I read something, and after 1 year I realized what I was taught was not right. I'm sure some of you have that. These are, according to me, the 3 very common emotions you go through. And trust me, exam ke pehle agar aap resolve nahi kiya isko, it will impact you. I always say this to all of you. Your success in the exam is not a consequence of the knowledge you have. That's very important, but it's also part of how you deal with your frustration, your anger, and your regret. These are the things that eat away your time, and as the time comes closer, this only will build up adversely. Now, anger, I said, because you didn't get right guidance, anger because the syllabus was incomplete, or maybe the anger in words, I said, because आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, frustration हो रहा है, it builds up on you. Fine. Now, ये तो emotions हो गए, ठीक है? ये तो emotions आप, I hope you made some jottings. And I know some of the answers to this is not going to come to you immediately. Okay, it will happen slowly, gradually. Pratibha says, for me it's like everything moving very fast and I'm trying to catch up. So you tell me, when all moves very fast and you can't catch up, आपको क्या feeling होने वाला है? It will be what? It will be frustration. I'm studying. Okay, आज एक article नहीं पढ़ा, कल 5 article आ गया current affairs. When I started reading another one, another newspaper is dumped on me. ये frustration है. Okay, sir said, do the synopsis in 5 days. I'm trying. 5 nahi hua, 7 hua. And sir has given one more assignment. After 3 rounds, it will become frustration. Okay, so understandable. And believe me, all of you, ये unique नहीं है. All of you go through this. It's only about learning how to deal with it. So I'll help you on that. So my question next to you is, what triggers this? वो तो emotions are subjective. Define करना मुश्किल होता है. But there's some reasons why, okay, you are facing this. Can list down what are those reasons as objectively as possible. आपको गुस्सा क्यों आया? आपको frustration क्यों हो रहा है? Why are you feeling the regret? What are those events that trigger that off? Write down something, whatever comes to your mind. Online, please participate. I'm not trying to simply talk in air. I'm hoping you connect with what I'm telling you here. List down what are those events, what are those specific instances where you were angry, okay, where you felt frustrated, where you had regrets. वो events क्या हैं? जैसे I was angry because my brother did not give me a present on my birthday. That's the event. I felt frustrated because even after learning to drive for 1 month, okay, I again make mistakes in driving. I'm frustrated. I'm regretting because, okay, I was told something some days ago, I didn't do it, and today I have been caught and I'm now compensating for it. Or self-doubt, okay, fine. Fear of missing out, lack of, ये सब amorphous है. I want the exact event. Okay, so Kumar says because the daily targets are not met. Perfect. If daily targets not met, you are frustrated. Okay, so small breaks की वजह से disrupt हो जाता है. Yes, you're right. Family issues frustrate you. Okay, fine. Backlogs build up. So here is my list. Okay, it will be one or more of this. One is incompleteness. ये बहुत common है. And my observation is and my experience is UPSC preparation कभी complete होगा ही नहीं आपका. Any examination that has a component called current affairs, how can you ever complete that? तो आपके expectation में problem यहाँ पर है. Anyways, incompleteness is one reason. Incomplete course, incomplete reading, incomplete current affairs, incomplete synopsis, incomplete answers. Exam hall में paper was incomplete. So that's one reason. Okay. The second is not knowing what to read. बताया आपको मैंने. Okay. What are the events? I do not know what to read. For now, I am assuming that I will not discuss family issues right now. हालांकि वो important है. I'll keep the conversations primarily to the exam preparation conditions. ठीक है? Oh yes. So not knowing what to read. Also because of आपको score नहीं आ रहा, correct? You are giving examinations, you wrote some answers. I'm sure some of you gave the synopsis and you have tried hard. And when I declare results, you find you are not among the best ones. That's a frustration or whatever you have. So triggers, okay, like I said, incompleteness, not getting good scores, and not knowing what to read. To that list you can add backlogs also. आप लोग targets बनाते हो, but your backlogs are never complete. So whatever it is, ठीक है, you make a list of. So 2 things I have discussed right now. One I've discussed is that what are the emotions that you go through. Okay. Second is, what are the events which happens. Now, my assessment of this is, it's happening for 2-3 reasons. Okay. And we'll address that. One important reason why it happens is, you do not know the exam very well. आपके assumptions हैं, and I've seen this play out with every batch. When you join a course, when you start a preparation, you do not know what exactly the exam demands. आपको बता दिया गया current affairs पढ़ो, उसमें क्या पढ़ना है? Okay, like this morning, some of you were part of the course. I was discussing an article, right? And you realize the article reading was not simply about कि क्या facts है. I was emphasizing the ideas, the words, the vocabulary. I was linking it with some other concepts that you have read in IR maybe. So if you know कि अच्छा ऐसे पढ़ा जाता है, then your first session will be less. Otherwise क्या होगा? You are studying for weeks together. End of the week, you realize कि अरे जो भी पढ़ा सब बेकार था मेरा. You are reading synopsis. You are doing synopsis. But then when you come to me after 1 month, अरे यार ये synopsis है ही नहीं. This is wrong effort you have put in. So you have to know the exam very well. This is one of the solutions. अच्छा, ये भी एक problem है. Not knowing your strengths and weaknesses. One of the important work to do is, you must know how to write answers. And your weakness is, you don't have writing skills. One important work to do is, that you must read articles, but your problem is, you have comprehension skills problem. Your problem is time management. So effort to लगा रहा हूं, I do not know how to manage time. I'm telling this to you about a cousin of mine and her son. The cousin comes to me and says, कि Shabbir, my son is such a nice boy. Very rare for a parent to say that. And he's a teenager, by the way. He's such a nice boy. Okay, I have not seen him do anything wrong. Okay, ना वो time waste करता है, ना वो okay friends खराब वाले हैं. He gets a point. He does everything, and he's studying the whole day for examinations. But उसके marks नहीं आते. I can't even scold him by. I see him किताब बैठ के पढ़ रहा है वो, notes लिख रहा है. Okay, exam में marks अच्छे नहीं आते. Please counsel him. I sat with him. Okay, then I said, show me your answer scripts. I saw the answer script. Okay, he has not attempted at least 30 out of 50 odd questions. वो MCQ वाला था. फिर मैंने कहा 30 छोड़ा क्यों आपने? Mama says, Mama ji, because these concepts I do not know, मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं है, and these concepts I could not solve. I knew it, I couldn't solve. Then I asked him कि बताओ how your routine is. Okay, routine is, he said this. Okay, he has 2 days to go for the examination. और पढ़ना उसको maybe 15 things है. And also I saw his planning. He has no clue about how to plan. And he's reading every chapter line by line, word by word. Okay, exam है 2 दिन के बाद में. Out of 15 chapters, वो पढ़ के जा रहा है 3 chapter. मैंने कहा ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हो? कैसे और कैसे करें? A simple thing ये है कि find out कि किससे सवाल ज्यादा आते हैं, उसको पहले खत्म करो. कि मामा जी 2 दिन में how can I read 15? मैंने 2 दिन में can you read 10? He said yes. Which 10? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Don't do that. See the sample papers, identify which is an important chapter, उसको पहले करो. Okay. These 3 में मैंने कभी पढ़ा ही नहीं है. मैं उसको पहले पढ़ो फिर. It's an example of the guy is studying, but he does not know how to manage and prioritize his studies. It was a revelation for me. And ये struggles, imagine कितना हो रहा होगा उसको frustration. दिन भर पढ़ रहा है. No bad activities, no distractions. He does not know how to pace himself. And उसको देखकर how parents are frustrated also, his parents. So you got to know your strengths and weakness. And your weakness can also be you do not know how to manage your time. You do not know which topics to read first. So you're frustrated not because you're not trying. You're trying at a wrong place maybe. Okay? So you should know this. Now before you do all of this, so I said the two important pillars to start your preparation with is, number one, I said, know the exam very well. What does the exam want? It's like, I enter a game of cricket and I'm a very enthusiastic player. But मुझे पता ही नहीं है, okay, that I cannot kick the ball out of the ground. That I do not know the rule called taking a catch. So know the rules first. And second, I said, know your strengths and weaknesses. Before you do that, something else also. You must be realistic about certain things. Some plan to kaise, the guy is, while he's planning for studies, a very important thing he doesn't realize is, uske paas sirf 2 din hai. He doesn't realize the realistic thing that there are 2 areas he has not studied at all, usse sawal aate hain. So something you should know. That is number one, know that your time is limited. I am talking about those giving 24 attempt. आपके पास infinite time नहीं है. Okay. Yeah, Pratibha, we'll come to that one by one. Those giving 25 attempt, आपके पास भी infinite time नहीं है. Okay. And I do not want your attempts to go beyond 3rd attempt. Though we have students coming in with 5th attempt, 6th attempt, I mean, that's your choice. Right, wrong nahi hai. I don't think as young aspirants with good degrees, many of you, putting 6 years एक examination में, और 6 years तक आपका prelims नहीं निकल रहा है, that's a waste of your time. Okay. फिर तो अगर 6 में निकल भी गया prelims, you have got no content for your mains. आप सब भूल चुके हो. So, pitch yourself in terms of 1 साल, 2 साल. Okay, so 25 वाले, if you start properly, you must clear the examination and have a sense of time limit you have. Jackie, if I start from January 15th, आप count कर लो, up to May 26th examination, right, this year? So I'll say May 20th tak. You effectively have 125 odd days. Cut out some days of weekends, you're tired. Realistically, you have 100 days for the prelims. So I will help you plan for 100 days. Others can accordingly plan if you have more time. Okay, so this is one acceptance. If you're frustrated because आपको time ही नहीं पता था, that's a wrong planning. So 100 days is one. Okay, second is, ये भी करो accept. You cannot be 100% perfect. Okay, you'll have lot of gaps. 10 article पढ़ना होगा. Maybe you can read only 1 or 2 of them. You must read 2 books. Maybe you could read only half a book. I must read 10 chapters, but maybe I'm good at maybe 6-7 chapters. That's okay. Accept the fact. Don't try to be perfect in your preparation. Time limited hai, perfection possible nahi hai. And third very important thing is self-belief. When students come and ask me, sir, aap batao, can I qualify or not? So that's not my work at all. You tell me, do you think you can qualify? If yes, I'll help you. If you think you can't qualify, then no matter how much I try, I can help you. Ye 3, some things you must accept. Build your own self-belief. Okay. Nobody on the planet can be 100% sure. When I say self-belief, 2 तरह का self-belief होता है. One is self-belief I can succeed. Second is self-belief I can work according to what's required. What do you think is more important? Second one. Self belief, yes, I'll qualify. आज उसको साइड में रखो. Can you give me a guarantee that you will work according to what's required? बाकी सक्सेस देखा जाएगा. Whether I win the race or not, I must have self belief. Oh, I can run for 1 hour. वहां शुरू करो आप लोग. I have self belief. I can sit for 10 hours. A self belief. I can read 5 books. Self belief. I will make synopsis of 10 chapters. I want that. So one is, I said, time 100 days hai. Okay. You can't be perfect. कुछ छूटेगा definitely. And the self belief, 100 में whatever can be done, I will try to do that. Establish that first. I hope it's all of you fine here. And please, these things write down somewhere. आपको ये काम आएगा. The examination is less about course completion. The exam is more about whether you prepare properly or not, with the right mindset. I give lot of importance to mindset. कि आपका दिमाग कैसे चलता है in terms of what you are studying. ठीक है? Online, all of you with me. So 100 days is one pillar I have put for you. Perfectly fine. I can't do 100%. But sir, what can be done, I will definitely try that much. So I'm starting the conversation from there. Okay. Now, how to address this first? मैंने कहा दो चीज चाहिए ना. One is know the exam well. And second, I said, know your strengths well and your weaknesses well. So I'm starting with the first one. How to know the exam very well. इसके 2-3 steps हैं. One is, okay, before I move into this one, let me go back here. There are 3 things in knowing the exam well. Number 1, लिख लो आप. Number 1 is, know the syllabus very well. And if possible, I will suggest memorize the syllabus itself. Syllabus को आप जितने बार देख पाओ, okay, weekly, daily, take snippets and room में लगा दो. With every notebook of yours, put a copy on that. Every topic you read, go back and check कौन सा topic पढ़ाया गया. Every article you read, where can I put in my syllabus? Syllabus has to be mastered. And not just the syllabus, in terms of the sequence, also master the linkages. Okay, this topic is paper 1 में भी है, paper 2 में भी है, paper 3 में भी है. Or this idea, I can apply in 4 areas. So know the syllabus very well. And for prelim students, this applies. Don't read entire geography. Okay. Read what is the keywords of syllabus. Don't read everything under polity. Identify keywords क्या है syllabus के. That's one step. The second step of your learning is know the questions very well. कि क्या-क्या questions पूछे जाते हैं. UPSC also has a pattern. The exam setter also has a pattern. And the type of questions asked are always based on certain themes which are more important. Okay? And lot of themes, we have done this work so many times now, lot of themes get repeated. So know the syllabus, know the questions asked, and study the question paper. Study the themes which they are asking. And to demonstrate that, I am giving demonstration. Say polity, आप add up करोगे ना, polity subtopics अगर add करोगे, it's approximately 30-35 subtopics at a meso level. Okay. Broad higher level में chapters are approximately I think 10 or 12 such chapters. In polity, however, okay, there are some questions which are more frequently asked, And polity may be, if you look at the question paper, generally there are 15 odd questions, 12 question, 15 question prelims mein, of which anyways you can solve aram se 4, 5, 6 questions. The remaining 7, 8 questions are generally for some themes. Identify those. Remember, I'm going back to the old strategy that you cannot study everything. You study jahan se zyada sawal aate hain. Okay. Say they ask more questions from parliament. They ask more questions from center-state relations. They ask more questions from fundamental rights. They ask more questions maybe from institutions and amendments. So if you do a good analysis, you will know what to focus on. Utna kar loge, 15 mein se, you can solve aram se 10, 12 questions. Or ek do sawal hoga, you can leave that. So know the examinations means know the syllabus well. Second is study the question papers well and identify what sections they ask more. And again, for demonstration, if you take up, I just gave a point here, a Parliament Fundamental Rights Preamble. By the way, some of these things can also be given to you from us. So maybe I'll ask the team to put it up on our website. Kuch tarika hoga? Okay, let us know the link. I'll share it with them. Okay, we'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, but I still want you do the work on your own. Okay, so yes, I'll help you there. Similarly, okay, geography mein humne dekha hai, they ask about 8 to 10 questions. Okay, and of these 2, 3, 4 questions you can answer. Some of you with optional background can answer a bit more. And some common themes that they ask. See, 100 days mein, you can't study entire geography, can you? But if you know ki bhai, lot of questions are asked from lakes of the world, and many of them are about environmentally, okay, issues in lakes. They ask questions from climate, and that to world climate, not Indian climate. They ask questions about cities. Say important cities can use mein wo dekh lo. Mapping, they asked relative positioning. So rather than studying A to B, this is a human thing for us. I'll say focus on where they ask more questions from. That's part of your learning the examination. Okay, so I said one is syllabus jano, second is know the questions. The third is know the cutoffs. But kitna cutoff hoga, I will target. And more importantly, to achieve that cutoff, how many questions should you attempt? I mean, this is actually a strategic planning. Most of us don't see beyond the syllabus. Ye syllabus hai, course padha diya, you are by hearting the notes. I said, aap kyun pad rahe ho? Okay. So until you know what are the cutoffs, how much I might attempt, okay, you have to ace the exam, not geography. You don't have to become expert in polity. You have to know how to crack the polity questions. Okay? As a part of this, see if you can understand this one, all of you. In general, I've given you a pattern of the cutoffs, okay? So, prelims 22 cutoff, 21 cutoff, so 88, 87, 92, 98, 98, 18 May. The cutoff is a bit less for the reserved categories, okay? But फिर भी 70s, 75 है. Not much difference between general and OBC. Okay, so almost comparably चल रहा है. So if you are a general category student, if the cutoff is 88, 87, 92, 98, what should be your target? आप बताओ. Yes, it could be 90, 95, you decide. Itna to don't wait for me to tell you. Okay, so fine, you can also target 100 if you want. But you must know कि अच्छा मुझे 100 करना ही पड़ेगा. Now, to get 100 score, okay, how many should I attempt? Because say if I attempt 10, It's not that I will get all the answers right. If I get all answers right, 50 करके बाकी छोड़ दो ना. 100 questions हैं, 50 करो attempt and get all of them right, you are done. ऐसा तो नहीं होने वाला. You'll get some wrong and wrong has a negative mark. If no negative mark, कोई problem नहीं था. So what is the ratio you'll play with? Okay. So this is my approximate understanding. Okay. I mean, it's a thumb rule. Okay. My strategy, you may be wrong in this, or you may find something else. So if I keep 100 as a cutoff, then my strategy is, out of 100 questions, 10 questions chalo chhod do. I must get 60 right and I can afford to have 30 wrongs. Man raha aapka more or less? 30 wrongs, 60 rights into 2, 120. 30 wrong ho gaya aapko 1/3. Okay, you'll cut off. So this is more or less the range. I can afford to leave 10, but of the 90 I attempt, I have to get 60 right and I can afford to get 30 wrong. You work out on your own. And what we found was that this is the range approximately, where if I correct answers out of 90 attempts, if 90 attempts and I get 60 right and 30 wrong, my score is this much. 90 attempts, if I get 59 right, okay, and rest wrong, my score ye ho jayega. So in this range of 90 attempts, I can't afford to make more than 57 wrongs. You can have your calculation on that. And what we realized is, if you attempt less, then you are in trouble. So generally, we suggest that you go in the range of about 90 odd attempts. Any case, try not to reduce attempts less than 85 or 80. That's very risky. Your accuracy must be very high if you want to have 100 or cut off with only 80 attempts. So this is a suggestion here. You work out based on your attempts. Kitna right karna hai, kitna wrong kar sakta hu, okay? And how many can you leave? So fine, some of you know this. Fine, take it. So part of knowing the answers and part of mastering the exam is, I said, know the syllabus, know the questions asked, know the sections which are more important, and know the cutoff trends kya hai and how much should you target. I remember some of you joined my class in geography and the question pehla pucha mujhe कि sir, how do I score 350 in geography? Okay. I asked him, why 350 is your target? Sir, I want to be topper there. Do you have an idea about how much the best student gets? So idea to hai about 300. So how many of them get 300? When I probed him, I tried explaining to him that, dekho, 350 is not required. To score 350, the efforts you must put in is so high कि आपका GS खराब हो जाएगा. Ultimately, आपके पास time उतना ही है ना, right? If you end up scoring very high in one, you definitely are studying more there and something else gets compromised. Your target should not to become topper of geography. Your target must be exam clear करके rank ले आओ and get an IAS or IPS. That's all. So you don't have to have a target. I want to score 130 in the prelims. Why? आपको चाहिए cut off 90, cut off is 100. उसके आसपास ही बात करो ना आप लोग. So be aware of this rather than randomly preparing. And this is a chart of some of the students who actually gave the test. So this guy is 100 attempts, okay, and the score was in this range. Attempts 85, score is 87. 99 attempts, 126 approximate score, you'll realize that when your attempts increases, generally your overall marks also increases. I've seen students come and tell me, sir, my marks was low because I got many wrong. Then I said, tell me, then solution kya hona chahiye? Solution is, sir, I must not attempt so many. My answer was, that's a wrong strategy. If you reduce your attempts, आपका wrong भी कमेगा और right भी कम जाएगा. So there are some optimum numbers you have to attempt, and try reducing the silly errors more. Try reducing the errors which is not expected of you. Out of 100 questions, the questions you can answer confidently without any doubt will not be more than 20, 25, maximum 30. Even if you get all of them right, तब भी आपका cut off clear नहीं हो रहा. Say 30 questions, confident, okay, and I got 60 marks. There's nowhere near cut off, no? Which means I must go for more attempts there. This is a very important realization, that your score depends also on how many you attempt, not simply on playing it safe. Playing it safe, you will never clear. I can assure you of that. Which means, lot of questions you have to go with some guesswork also. There's an acceptance you have to have. Okay, fine. There's a part of knowing your strengths, and I said exam. So increase your attempts will increase your chances, but don't overdo it. आपको पता है यार इसका मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है. Okay, don't go for random guess. Although there are students, again I'm teaching them, in many cases random guess भी right हो जाता है. हमें net score चाहिए ना positive. I had one of my earlier students who this year has qualified an IAS. She would say, sir, I attempt all 100. Because मुझे पता है, even if I go for 10 blind guesses, उसमें पक्का 3-4 right हो ही जाएगा मेरा. Then net effect is, I've got net positive. So these are strategies people have to ensure that they hit the cutoff. Okay, anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, now, as a part of knowing your strengths and weaknesses, so I want to differentiate two things here. By the way, let me sum up what I have told you till now. First, I said that in the preparation, जहां पर stress involved होता है, you have to learn to manage your stress. And the stress is directly proportional to your ambitions. The only person who has no stress is somebody who has no ambitions. आपके ambitions होंगे तो आपको stress होगा. But to deal with the stress, and why you must deal is because stress is big factor that compromises your preparation. Stress compromises आपके marks भी. To deal with stress, an important step is know why you get stressed out. And how many of those reasons are reasonable reasons? So if my expectation is कि सर मैं आज बैठ के 4 किताब खत्म कर दूंगा, and then I'm frustrated, that's a wrong reason you have, okay, because of which you're frustrated. मुझे गुस्सा इसलिए आ रहा है, okay, because I did not understand the exam very well. That you can rectify. Regret इसलिए है कि मैं पढ़ सकता था, नहीं पढ़ा, तो अब दुख मत बनाओ ना, पढ़ाई शुरू कर दो. Many of you come to me, sir, I was not well for 1 week. I didn't do my class, okay, and I'm so upset, because of which I can't study even more. अरे एक हफ्ता खराब किया, और एक हफ्ता शोक मना रहे हो, फिर और एक हफ्ता अगेन गिल्ट पे मरे रहोगे. So अच्छा, stop the regret and start now. ठीक है, so stress manage करो, and to manage the stress, 2 steps. One is know the exam, be wise and know your strengths and weakness. Now, as a part of this, be objective. मुझे strength weakness चाहिए as a part of the exam requirements, not any random strength and weaknesses. Okay, so this is what I'm suggesting to all of you. The first step will be, you can mention these points. The first step will be, know what are the core areas that you must study. यहाँ पर strength weakness is not about, sir, my strength is I can't lift a 10 kg weight. Okay, my weakness is not that, sir, I can't sleep on time. उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. Strength weakness vis-a-vis your preparation. So first is identify GS में कितने core areas हैं. My assessment, there are 5 core subjects, okay, which are economy, polity, geography, environment and history. 5 core areas. In the 5 core areas or 5 core subjects, approximately 5 or 6 core themes. Geography में 5-6 core theme होगा. Polity में 5-6 core themes होगा. Okay. History में 5-6, maybe a bit more. And my question to you is, how will you know the core themes? क्या तरीका है बताओ जानने का? Yes, PYQ questions. PYQs. So from the PYQs, identify हर subject का what are the core themes. You make a list of that. So some list I'll give from my side also. Okay, but I will want that you make your list first. Okay, जैसे मैंने बताया, polity में parliament, polity में amendments, fundamental rights, and I'm focusing on, remember, prelims, not mains. Mains game will change. For prelims in geography, I said maps, lakes in particular, cities in particular, world climate in particular. Geography mein they ask about minerals and mines. They ask about laws of mines and minerals. They ask about laws of forest. So सब कुछ मत पढ़ो बैठ के ना, the entire geography A to Z. Why? If you spend one day, you will become a master of mines and minerals and the laws in that. Spend 3-4 hours, you'll know all the forest laws. Identify those 5-6 key themes. You make a list. And based on that list, you tell us what do you know very well, what you do not know very well. 100 days आपके पास हैं. In the 100 days, you have to manage this very fast. Okay? So, I said, identify the core areas of GS, and with the core areas, okay, you'll identify what are your strengths and what are your weakness. We have a, yeah? This one, we can scan. We can download. So all of you, my suggestion is, I have made a list of what are the core areas according to our analysis. And I've put that up on this QR scan. Online students can scan this and download it. Offline guys, you can scan from here, or we're giving the sheets to you. You can pass it on from there. Well, exit this. Exit this, exit this. Bolo? Oh, sorry. So when you scan it, you'll come to this page and you can download the PDF. But my recommendation, I'm doing this, I still feel इसको आप एक comparison रखो checklist. But you must do it on your own also. Online, I hope all of you are with me. For polity, constitution, preambles and features, basic structure, fundamental rights, duties, parliament system, Okay, judiciary and constitutional bodies. The 7 areas polity mein. Geography mein 5 of them. Soils and vegetation, crops and their patterns. Indian geography mein map-based rivers, lakes, reservoirs, world climate and minerals. So we have done this for economy, money banking, capital, welfare programs, organizations and Indian economy, जो current affairs वाले हैं. Okay, so you all can do this, fine. It is on the website. It's free for all of you. Okay, Prelims 24. Okay, ये कहाँ पे मिलेगा ये वाला? Under resources. Okay, or you can scan and you can be on. There's a resource section here. Okay, resources में UPSC free material, and you get yeah, please. I'm doing it again. UPSC free material, prelims notes, and under this you'll have this one. ठीक है, कर लेना please. It's back in your room, you do it. Okay, let me get back to our discussion. So, and do this, देखो, do this honestly. इसमें किसी को impress नहीं करना है. Honestly, whatever you know, and then I'll tell you how you'll divide your time also. Online, is it? I hope it's fine, all of you. ठीक है, so that's one step. One step, know the core areas, okay, and map it. And whatever weak areas you have, you can do that. And for heaven's sake, those giving a 24 attempt, this is not a time to start reading NCERT's A to Z. Uska time ja chuka. Those who are for 25 attempt, aap to pakka karo. But what you must do is 24 attempts, the core areas identified, uska pad lena NCERTs. The core areas mines, minerals, do that chapter of NCERT very, very well. The core area is soils, wo wala chapter kar lena thoroughly. The core area is Buddhism and Jainism, wo pad lena NCERT se. Not all the 6 books of geography and history and polity, not required. But those giving 25 attempt, you can swear by these 2 things, PYQs and NCERTs. ये ढंग से कर लो, you will get 70-80 question मिल जाएगा to solve. If you mastered PYQs properly, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. ठीक है? So that's one. अच्छा, now, as a part of dealing with your weaknesses and managing, it's very important that you do this work very consistently. It is not a one-day work. Okay, and you may have to do this 2-3 times. So how to divide time, I'll let you know. Give me a few more minutes. Fine, all of you here? So first step of how to deal with your exam preparation. I'm moving on now. Next theme is, what is the right strategy? Okay. What is the right strategy for preparation? 3 things matter here. One is, your preparation must be time bound and outcome oriented. जैसे हम पढ़ाते हैं ना, when I'm teaching geography optional, or I'm teaching IR, or I teach environment, I know how much time I have. As a teacher, I would love to teach something for sometimes 2 to 3 days. I can't afford that. मुझे खत्म करना ही है geography in some amount of time. I can take 10 days more, 5 days more, 10 weeks. अगर नहीं हो के 11 weeks हो गया, ठीक है, plus or minus होगा. But I must have in mind that I cannot keep it crazy amount of time. I know that in one class, I must cover 5 topics or 3 topics. I have some time, and it is also, outcome oriented. For me, the outcome is how many pages I make you write. Generally, my target is the content I cover must be around 10-12 pages of your writing. Extra class hoga, it'll go to 14 pages, 18 pages sometimes. Yeah, outcome based hai. So don't come and tell me, sir, NCERT पढ़ लिया. मैंने कहा मुझे दिखाओ क्या पढ़ा तुमने. How will you prove the synopsis? Any work, sir, मैंने revise कर लिया polity. How do you revise? Sir, I have solved 100 questions and I got 90 correct. That's an outcome based. So any preparation has to be time bound. Okay, that's why I'm saying don't forget कि आपके पास सिर्फ 100 days हैं. In 100 days, you must do something which is smart, which is okay, manageable. You manage it and outcome bound. ठीक है? That's one. So I have my own term for this. Okay, I call this as DMR. DMR is direct measurable results. If someday your father asks you कि बेटा पढ़ाई हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है, you say हाँ पढ़ाई. How do you prove it? You show your father your notes. देखो, this is the notes of 3rd January, 4th January, 5th January. 3rd January he taught 12 pages or 13 pages. 4th January he taught so and so pages. So any parents come and ask me, आप पढ़ाई करा भी रहे हो कि नहीं? ऐसे notes देख लो आप, ये measurable है. आप पढ़ रहे हो कि नहीं? Synopsis दिखाओ. If no synopsis, मैं बोलूँगा आप क्लास में आके आप घूमने चले जा रहे हो. You need to have something जो measurable है. It's visible. Not simply मैंने पढ़ लिया. Okay, so that's one. And the second thing is intensity. Intensity का एक ही measure है. How long can you sit? And how many questions can you answer? Okay, 6 hours a day, एक जगह बैठ के हिलूंगा नहीं. That's intensity. How much you cover, how long you sit, how many questions. The exam requires intense intensity. आराम से चलते फिरते, कोक पीते हुए, कॉफी पीते हुए, बेटा ऐसे पढ़ाई नहीं होता. And that's true for any job. And as the exam level increases, the ambition level increases, intensity also increases. Recently, one of my friends, just about a month ago, a very chilled out friend, very well read guy, extremely well read, and apparently no ambitions. Job tha, job chhod diya. He took up a small job. He was working in a very high position in ESPN. Itna nahi karna hai. I've saved something. He went back to his village. His father had some property, couple of houses, gave on rent, and he loves, teaching school children. So a typical that type of a guy. Not married, okay, no property, greed, okay, and he was living a life, but very committed to helping people. You ask him an absurd request at the wrong time of the day, he'll be there. First man to stand to help you, and very well connected. Okay, he can tell you stories because of journalism experience. He can tell you crazy stories about people and the celebrities you know. He was on top level of ESPN and Star Sports ke time mein. Recently, because of whatever reasons, he has joined politics now. He joined a political party. And the elections are coming in couple of months. मैंने कहा यार surprised to know this. एक तो कहाँ पर आप एकदम पूरा त्याग कर चुके थे, हिमालयाज घूम रहे हैं, meditation कर रहे हैं, and now entered politics. Okay, and he was a very chilled out guy in times कि सोना पक्का 8 बजे है. सुबह उठ के he has to do morning walk and yoga at 5 in the morning. Okay, he has to smell every flower on the street. He was that. And now you call him at 2 o'clock, he's working. Okay, you call him up, you're not now. Otherwise, you would never refuse a call. Kabhi forget he'll talk to you. Now I say he'll put message, talk to me afterwards. Okay, I'll wait for one week, no reply. Okay, so when I talk to him, he says, I have got lot of respect for politicians now. Because the type of the work that line demands, अगर आप 1 minute आप छोड़ देते हो ना, somebody else will take your vote. go and talk to every person, every individual, every village. 30 panchayats are mapped to him. Okay, and then I saw his work, the way he was working. For a map laid out hai, who are the workers where. He's standing for MP elections, member of parliament. Next year, hoga uska. He's mapping out all of that. He make intense notes. I saw what intensity is. Again, and I was telling myself, I used to think I was intense, but this guy is next level. So it does not matter, आपने अभी तक नहीं किया है, अब करो. Your ambition comes for a price. The price is learn to sit. So time-bound approach and prelims sir पे है, अभी नहीं करो. When else will you study? 100 days intensity. Okay, you have to put in. And like I said, if you have self-belief, it is doable. And for 25 attempt, learn this skill right now itself. थक जाते हो 2 क्लास के बाद में यार. Okay, sit down again, start synopsis, sit again, answer questions. जब तक you are absolutely you can't read anymore, then stand up, then go take a walk, whatever. Like intensity. And third, consistency. We want it every day. One day intense, 3 दिन सो गए. Okay. 2 days very intense, then you have gone on a vacation with your friend. He got married, okay, and you have plans for your own marriage now. ठीक है? ये 3 चीज चाहिए. And this is what, okay, I'll call as the step towards mastering. You have to master the subjects. Time-bound approach, intense preparation, and consistent preparation. I hope I'm. What was that, Kunal? Oh yes, I'll do that. Give me few more minutes. Okay, he's asking me how can we measure this. I'll do that. What I mean by measuring, we'll do that. Okay, so consistency. So this as a strategy you will apply for PYQ learning. PYQ में time bound, PYQ में intensity, PYQs में consistency. Okay. Now what I mean by PYQ learning, ये आप समझो आप. See, the idea is not to solve PYQs. The idea is to learn from PYQs. मतलब एक question solve किया, I don't care about वो right है या wrong है. Okay. Did you learn something from that or not? And if they ask again the same type of theme, can you get it right or not? That's your PYQ learnings. So to solve one PYQ paper of 2 hours will take you 2 hours for solving. You will take maybe half an hour for some analysis. Then you will require 3-4 hours for learning from the PYQ. So one PYQ set of 100 questions means you are dedicating 5-6 hours aram se on that. You are learning from the PYQs. Remember this. And I have a sample example here. Okay. This is an example of a PYQ learning. Where is Avnish? He can. Okay, fine. कोई बात नहीं. अगर नहीं है तो. This is a sample sheet here. हाँ, मुझे दिखा दो तो बच्चे. This. Full screen. Yes. So all of you can see this. So this is a test taken by somebody who is also one of your mentors. Okay. He has a polity test taken on some date. He cut off the dates. He didn't want you to know when he gave the attempt. And some test he had given. And now he has gone topic by topic. So from one question number 10, he learned something. Question number 13, he learned something. Question number 14, the 13 ka learning, look at the amount of learning he has. Right. Question number 14, he learned something. Question number 17, he learned something. For every question, look at the choice, right answer, wrong answer, and you note it down. This is the main work of PYQ mastering. And you keep doing this, you will understand PYQ pattern also. Sala पूछता कहाँ से? You will know this. Okay, ये ऐसा क्यों phrase कर रहा है? You will understand that. I hope you got the point, all of you here. So don't solve PYQ, master PYQ. If you see a PYQ, you must know, oh, this was 2011 question, okay, and I was getting it wrong earlier. Or this is 2007 PYQ of environment, and this was the news at that time. Master this. And this mastering should be done at least for 10 years. So even if you put 1 day for one PYQ, 10 din mein you have mastered the PYQ in some ways. And then you repeat it. After mastering, it will not take you much time to repeat it again. Okay? How do I exit this? So, close. Achha, fine. So now what we have done is, in our courses on the website, there is one section which says GS Prelims Solved Paper 2013 से 23 तक. ठीक है? You can open this, log on to this. Is it paid? It's a paid one. Okay. How much is it? Oh, one pizza. Okay, with a friend of yours. Okay. Paid because you have taken a lot of efforts to get the content right in terms of explanations. Okay. Otherwise, you pick up any bank you want to pick up. जहाँ से आप कर पाओ. But this is on the system, right? हमारे platform में. Okay. So I'll tell you the advantage of this could be, it's on our MCQ platform. And I'll tell you how to use that platform so that you know what you're learning from it. Otherwise, any bank, कहीं से भी उठाना है, आप उठा सकते हैं. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. जितने बार करने attempt करो आप. Don't just solve one and हो गया. Master it. Which means, anytime you ask me any questions from the last 10 years prelims, you'll get it right. And get it right confidently. 100 question into 10. 1000 questions में से, I am sure you already know about 200 questions already. Okay. The trickiest one probably 400 सवाल होगा. Master those, that's all. Okay. Fine. So that's one of your targets. Master your this one. And we also have one more, which is subject-wise compilation. So only geography, let me practice of last 10 years. Let me practice only polity of 10 years. You can do it year-wise or you can do it subject-theme-wise. And like I said, you can also buy the banks otherwise also and practice it. Okay. The advantage on this probably is you can take repeat practice and you can keep a track of how the scores are improving over the times. Okay. So PYQ analysis and master is the objective of this step of your preparation. Now, having done this, I'm giving you a recommendation, my suggestion, how you can plan the next 100 days. So I think you have got the idea. Know the exam very well. Second is, know your strengths and weakness very well. To know the exam very well, know the syllabus, know the core subjects, know the important themes, and importantly, know the cutoff also. Then about your own strengths, match which subject, themes, sub-themes you are good at or you are poor at. So do this work. Then I said, once you know your strengths and weaknesses, Now you will get into a proper activity base. The activity base is 100 days में outcome based study, time target based study, very intense study, and also a very consistent study. In the outcome based study, I said one of which is do the PYQs very well. Master them as much as possible. Yes, it will be very wise. So those of you who are doing the GS course right now, आप भी शुरू कर दो ना, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Polity is done. Start polity revision with the PYQs. Master the PYQs. वो क्लास में कवर हो ना कवर हो, you must master it. Nobody, believe me, no coaching institute will tell you this. Okay, because the time नहीं है, फिर सुनते नहीं हैं आप लोग. With me, the bad habit is I keep pulling you back. क्या बैठो? Okay, and I know I am called out names for that also. Okay. So once you know the technique, apply it, please. Syllabus is so big, how will you complete? Rocky, you don't have to complete. Okay, Rocky भैया नाम भी है आपका. आपको सिलेबस कंप्लीट नहीं करना है. आपको उतना ही पढ़ना है जितना कि आप एग्जाम क्लियर कर सकते हैं. उतना ही पढ़ना है जितने आपके क्लास नोट्स में है. And if 1 year time, then read NCERTs. For 24 attempt, get very, very selective. I'll tell you how. Okay, fine. Many times what happens is the type of questions you ask me, that tells me कि आप ये mental level पे ready नहीं हो. Okay, mental level is becoming wise there. I don't question your intentions. I don't question your dream. I don't question your ability. I'm questioning कि mental level पे maturity है या नहीं. It's like, maybe I earn good amount of money. I'm a healthy man. Okay, I'm comfortable. But mentally, I'm not ready for a marriage. Because मैं खुद ही बच्चा हूँ, बचपना हरकत गया नहीं है. So first grow up, we say, no? Have you got the point here? I can afford a house, but at a mental level, I can't manage a house. So don't buy a house. So please, get mentally ready is what my objective is, my recommendation. And this is for 24 attempt, 100 days ka planning hai, okay? The planning is, this is the approximate breakup. And you can all write this down, please. Even 25, okay, wale note kar lo isko. 100 days planning, what I've done is, 5 course subjects ko maine diya 65 days. Okay. 15 days history, geography 10 days, economy 10 days, polity 15 days, environment 15 days. Based on kitne questions पूछे जाते हैं and the levels of difficulty. Yes, Mohit, correct. ठीक है? So 100 days में 65 days and I think 15 दिन में history हो जाना चाहिए. And remember, not completion, but selective study of what is important. 100 days में you cannot say sir पूरा revise करूंगा, synopsis बनाना है, NCERT भी पढ़ना है. Okay, you cannot do that. You have to be very selective in how you go about your preparation. ठीक है? So 15 days history, geography 10, and you can have plus or minus. Say you are good at polity, तो 15 को आप 10 कर लो. But not good at economy, history, 15 को आप 17 कर लो. Approximately I have given an idea. Plus 10 extra days for science and tech. Don't see this as days, see this as hours actually. ऐसा नहीं है कि first history complete, then I will do science and tech. ऐसा नहीं है. Some of this can do even parallelly. I'm approximately putting like 10 hours a day type of study for those giving the prelims, not others. And this study includes not just reading, it includes solving 3,000 questions, which is approximately 300-400 questions per subject you will solve. Target 3,000, maybe 2,000 होगा, ठीक है, don't kill yourself there. But you cannot say, sir, मैंने सिर्फ okay, 10 क्वेश्चन किया है, 20 क्वेश्चन, नो. So the preparation for all of this should be through 3,000 is my measurable result. And the 3,000 question includes your PYQs also. 1000 क्वेश्चन तो PYQ के हो गए ना आपके. And learning based. Solve the question, learn from it. Make a note of it. Solve the question, learn from it. Make a note of it. Optional not finished till now. Fine. If you are giving your prelims, then go slow on the optional. Okay. Don't give the prelims, okay, for the sake of appearing. Give the prelims like you want to clear the prelims. जिसका नहीं हुआ है optional, go slow on it. If required, or 15 days में बंद कर देना. Don't go into optional beyond January is my suggestion. अगर 24 attempt दे रहे हो तो. Ideally, okay, from January onwards, it must be only GS. But juggle, but don't go beyond January. उसके बाद 10 days or 100 hours for current affairs. So I'm typically looking at, okay, say approximately 3 days per month to revise all current affairs of 1 year. And remember, lot of current affairs will also get covered here. Lot of these current affairs will also get covered here. Okay. Jitna kar pao. Absolutely, you're right. Okay. If you're part, see, this is largely suggestions for your self-preparation. How I can help you, you have to be part of a course. जिसमें हम यही कराने वाले हैं आपका. So I will have it mapped. I will come to that afterwards, please. Right now, it is what you must do, your self-preparation. 100 current affairs and give at least 15 days for CSAT. You can't afford more than that. Okay. And that's 100 hours. अगर कोई कोर्स में भी हो, उसके अंदर भी हो जाएगा ये वाला. Because most courses don't run for, okay, more than 100 hours as a part of the coaching also. ठीक है? That's 100 days planner. Now this I've explained to you now. What do I mean by, okay, learning from the test? Fine here. Achha, now a mind thing. All of attentive. What topics should we consider for current affairs? But everything. Current affairs is economy, it's polity, it's environment. Current affair includes agriculture. Last 1 year's current affair. Yes, I can help you on that, but it's a part of a paid course then. Okay. आप अपने आप पढ़ो, you be a part of a course or whatever you trust. But उतना तो करना ही पड़ेगा. And my suggestion is make a timetable types. 10 days with the cross of 10 days. Like 11 days, cross of 11 days. You do that, you will be organized in your preparation. Okay, fine. Let me start here. Now see. I'm sure all of us have played some video games. If not played, at least you know about the video games. If I can recall, there is Temple Run, there is Subway Surfers, एक वो Candy Crush वाला भी है. Yeah? Some of you have probably Angry Birds. Okay, what I remember from my generation. I'm sure some of you have done that. When you start playing those video games, do you read too much of manual on it? कि क्या rule है, नहीं है, क्या algorithm है? Have you ever tried that? आप क्या करते हो? सीधा log on करते हो, correct? And play, killed, मर गया, stupid face is dead. Try again. Okay. After, yeah, oh, you played PUBG. Okay. Vivek, you are next level. But don't play Blue Whale. Okay. They'll drive you to some other outrageous things. Fine, whatever you have played. What I'm talking about is, look at the mentality with which you play. When you're playing these video games, do you do a lot of analysis of the game? You don't. And when you start off, I'm sure you get terrible scores also. But then you keep on doing it, no? After 3, 4, 5 days, आपको गेम समझ में आ जाता है. I remember Temple Run when I used to play. Okay, I would remember the bends. यहाँ घूमना है. Okay, यहाँ पर. Or even if you play Shabbir Sir, you know which train is coming from where, isn't it? And it now becomes a part of your muscle memory. Then you have kind of mastered it. And the more you play, okay, your scores increase. उसके बाद you got all those points that you get. My suggestion to all of you here: prepare for the prelims and give the test like it is a game. A video game you are playing. Does video game give you a lot of stress? कि मर गया, मैं क्या करूं, खाना नहीं खाऊंगा, अब किसी बात नहीं, ऐसा होता है क्या आपके साथ में? Why? Because you know एक और attempt है ना आपके पास. Have you got the point here? So play the game of prelims preparation like a video game. With the objective, I don't care about how much I will score, but I will know what mistakes am I making. I will find out what I have to learn from the test. Score 0 आया, कोई बात नहीं. I'll make my notes, again practice. Okay. This time there were 10 mistakes. इस बार 7 mistakes हुआ. Again do some analysis. क्यों mistake हुआ? Okay, fine. Don't stress out. Give the test again. जितने बार test दोगे ना, you will end up mastering. So whatever I have told you till now, master the syllabus, master the core areas, know your strengths and weaknesses. It all comes down to repeatedly give tests, practice questions, without fearing the scores, but mindful of what mistakes you make and what are you learning. Let it be your prelims video game. Okay, so that's what I have written here. Play the game like Temple Run, and whatever is your choice. So Vivek, for you it is PUBG. Okay, आपका जो भी favorite, I'm sure all of you have indulged in some game or the other. अगर नहीं है तो आपकी life बहुत बेकार है. You have destroyed your life. So your tests stress you out. Don't get stressed out. Give the test again. Improve the score. Give the test again. Improve the score. The only objective is master the question paper properly. It makes sense, all of you? And I think that's doable, no? All I'm demanding from you is 3,000 questions को क्या आप कर सकते हो master or not? And you have got 100 days for that. And out of 3,000 questions, I'm sure you are comfortable with 200, 300 questions already. The tricky ones, maybe, okay, 300, 400 questions होंगे tricky ones. Master those. Okay? The problem is, questions कहां से आएंगे? Question का source क्या होगा? There are 3 sources of questions. One is the PYQs. PYQs में I have given you 1,000 questions now. Master those. The second source will be some question banks in the market. Pick up a question bank. The third source could be any test series you have joined. But the problem with this is, not all question banks are reliable banks, and not all test series you join are reliable test series. Say you have got, say I'm not naming institute, say institute A, B, C, D. What happens for most of us is, I join an institute called A, okay, and I practice their questions, and I end up cracking the institute questions while I do not know the UPSC questions. So I am an expert in institute A's question paper. And then you आप रोते हो सर टेस्ट में अच्छे मार्क्स आ रहे थे यूपीएससी में नहीं हुआ. Why? Because the institute was not giving you UPSC type of questions. I hope you got the point here. So to manage that, now that is your wisdom, where to join, who you trust. I will want come and join us. Okay, our question banks we have, and most of our question banks are from PYQ related, but I'm sure this is something all institutes will tell you. But use your wisdom there. How many tests nahi, Rocky bhaiya? How many questions? Okay, I said 3,000 questions. It can be 50 tests, 30 tests, I don't care. 3,000 nahi hoga, to 2,000 kar lo. That's the idea. Okay, so how to get the questions? PYQ is a must solve. Then question banks ho ya institutes ho, that's your choice. You can self-curate the tests. आप अपने आप बना लो tests. If you're working as a group, okay, ask your friend to make 100 questions for you. Pick कर देना कि ये paper में से ये 10 कर दे यार. Okay, you can do that. That's what we call as self-curation. Or, like I said, go with an institute you trust. Okay, that's again your choice. I, speaking from Edukemy platform, definitely I'll pitch our institute for you, but then ultimately it's about the trust that you have. Okay. Now, we have time for that, Nitish. Okay, fine. Having said this much, I would want all of you to scan this QR code. This is a test of 20 questions, and I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. But scan kar lo, baad mein solve kar le, no problem. It's a part of the free gear up program. Fine. Just scan it और घर जाके आप अपने आप बाद में कर लेना solve. And I'll tell you what I'm trying to do in this. All done? Online, offline? You need not solve now. You can solve it afterwards. Okay, and what I'm teaching you, uspe dhyan do, all of you. They can take how many attempts? You can all take 5 attempts on this. Okay, free of cost, you can take 5 attempts and see how the scores improve. आपको करना क्या है, वो हम आपको सिखा रहे हैं. All good to can start now? Already I can discuss, continue now? Okay, fine, scan karo. How to deal with unpredictable nature of the UPSC question. So Karthik here, how to deal with unpredictable question is do the predictable ones properly. That's your technique. Yes. It's the what? क्या डाउट मैं समझ नहीं पाया. अच्छा, okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now let me come back on our board. Now see, I said one of the mantra for preparation. Okay, this is I think a key. सब कुछ जो भी बताया अभी तक ना, it sums up here. The mantra is solve more and more questions and solve the questions in the video game type of mentality. बिना डरे हुए कि कितना रॉन्ग होगा, क्या हो जाएगा, कोई डर नहीं रखो. Keep solving paper. But post test learnings are very, very important. This is your mantra. I'm focusing on what do I mean by post-test learning. Post-test learning. Do we have time? Okay. Those of you who have to leave, you can leave. I had planned to finish off. I'll take another 15-20 minutes. Okay, so if you have some problem, you can leave. Otherwise, stay back. As something else I will share my ideas with. So post-test learning का ना तीन चीज है, three things. One is, I said, learn the subjects. Whatever new things you are learning, learn that. And you convert that into your test learning sheet, one of which I have showed you. The second thing you will do is, you have to know the UPSC pattern. The more questions you solve, the more you will know what UPSC is planning. The more you will know what UPSC is trying to do. And third is, analyze your own attempt. Now this is what I'll focus on. What do I mean by analysis of your own attempt? Okay, now watch here. What most of us do is, we give a test and we write down how many were right, how many were wrong, right into 2, wrong minus 0.66, and I go get the net score. And I find the net score is low, I'm upset. Why? Because मैंने attempt ज़्यादा कर दिया और wrong हो गया. This is not an analysis. Okay. ये right किया है आपने ना, इसमें बहुत सारे right वो होंगे which you got right and you should have got right. Some of them were entirely guesswork, you are lucky to get right. So this right is not your true score. ठीक है? वैसे ही जो wrong है, some of them you did not know and you should not have attempted and you got it wrong. Some wrong you should have got right but you have got wrong. It's like a silly mistake you have made. It's like a wrong concept that you know. आपको लगता था कि मुझे पता है, लेकिन actually गलत पता था आपको. So this right wrong has no meaning. I want this one. आप बताओ मुझे how many were silly mistakes, how many you should have known, you do not know, how many were lucky to be right, but no guarantee दोबारा right होगा कि नहीं. I want that analysis. So what I do is, I tell the students that when you attempt a test, you do this. How many were confident attempts? How many were smart guess? And how many were blind guess? आप नहीं भी चाह करके ना, there will be 3-4 questions which will be blind guess. मन नहीं करेगा छोड़ने के लिए. ले लो, देखते हैं. In the confident, how many did you get right and how many you got wrong? In the smart guess, how many right, how many wrong? In the blind guess, right and wrong. And then you'll realize that this is the most dangerous box. Box जो आप कह रहे हो confident है, लेकिन गलत कर रहे हो. And your actual success depends on this one. Smart guess and you have got right. Out of 100 questions, not more than 20-25 you will know confidently. बाकी सारा आपका smart guess में जाएगा. और अगर ये लो चल रहा है, and यहां तो अगर confident है, okay, for most of others also they'll be confident. But the game lies here, increase this. The game lies here, decrease. इसको तो मैं बोलूंगा not more than 1 or 2 per 100 questions. Any mistake here means you are murdering your own chance. Okay? This is what I mean by attempt analysis. And this takes half an hour work to find out what wrong, what right, and so on. So what we have done is, you can do this manually or if you answer on our platform, जो आपको दिया स्कैन होकर देख लेना आप लोग, this is the analysis you get. Yeah, what's happening? Avnish क्यों नहीं आ रहा? हाँ, अब आ गया. Moody है. Okay, all of you just watch. You'll understand the analysis. I hope you all can see, not as clear. So this is a summary of every test you give, which either you do mechanically or you follow a software. Okay. So in this test, the first page has कितना questions answered. मुझे एक और मोटा शीट दे देना, इससे रुक नहीं रहा. देखता हूँ इसमें. हाँ, no, this is better. Okay. How many questions answered? How many right? How many wrong? Right into 2 marks. This is your positive score. Wrong into minus 0.66, your negative score. How many you have left? And how many total marks you have gone. A simplest analysis hai. And the question paper mein what the breakup was. How many questions economy, ecology, you get a breakup here. Okay. This I think all institutes give you if you are part of the program. You get one more page on subject-wise breakup. In modern history, we have 2 themes. Ye 2 themes mein, how many you attempted, how many right, how many wrong. So from this you can know your command on that area of the paper. For every section will tell you how you have scored. This is one important analysis you should have. Okay, I'm good in polity, not good in economy. I'm good in economy, but not good in environment. This is one. Okay. Now this is a very important page in an analysis. So what we do is, we tag the paper or questions in terms of levels of difficulty. L1 questions, L2 questions, L3. हर paper में होगा ये. So in my question paper, okay, L1 were 7 questions, L2 were 9 questions, L3 are 4 questions. This is my paper setting. In this, what you have done is, out of L1, you have got 4 correct and 3 wrong. What I expect is, if I am saying L1, you should have got all of them correct. Okay. In the L2, 9 questions हैं, आपका 8 right and 1 wrong. In the L3, 4 questions हैं, all 4 are correct. Now look at what this means. This means that what you are saying is L3, you probably are very good at it. Okay. But look at how you have attempted. In L1 questions, L1 कितने हैं? 7 है, correct? So you're confident how many should have had. If I'm saying my paper has L1 questions, 7 of them, how many should you have attempted confidently? All 7. But this person, okay, confident में, L1 में, he has only attempted 3 of them and 3 right and no wrong. What this means? Okay. I am saying L2 is 9 questions. Okay. He has attempted 4 and all the 4 are right. What does this mean? L3 questions, 4 I have given. You attempted, okay, 4, you attempted, out of 4, attempted 2 and you got 2 right and left 2. What I'm saying is, your accuracy is very high, but you are underconfident. Because बहुत सारे questions जो tough वाले हैं वो आपके right हो जा रहे हैं ना. Whereas smart guess में, okay, you are making, okay, performance 3 है. Smart guess में performance यहाँ पर है. So this person, by and large, knows the subject, but not taking too much of risk. The smart guess one should have been the confident also. So this analysis So what I am rating is not what you are rating. I am saying 7 are easy. You are saying no, only 3 are easy. But you are getting, okay, good number of them right also. So you get a chart on this. You get a chart. L1 question attempted. There were 7 questions. आपने सारा 7 attempt किया. Okay, 57% accuracy. L2 questions, 9 questions हैं. 88% accuracy. Means in the easy questions you become careless. Tough questions you have a good base. अच्छा correct हो रहा है आपका. And the toughest ones आपके सारे correct हो गए. I hope you got the point here. ये एक ऐसा बच्चा है who knows the subject, he is too careful, because of which easy को wrong कर दे रहा है और tough वाला सही जा रहा है. This is what I mean by attempt analysis. Most of you only solve a paper और mark दे के बैठ जाते हो. Who will do this work for you? This is your learning from the test. So confidently answered, smart guess. That's why I'm saying when you attempt the papers, attempt the paper on our platform. Nobody else will give this analysis. They can give you how many write in history, how many write in, वो बता देंगे. But how do you work out in terms of attempts? This is algorithm based. And what I want is bar test though, so that the same questions, all of them are in the confident correct block. Then you know you mastered the question. It's the game that you will play. I hope I explained what I mean by attempt analysis, all of you. And it's no brainer. Actually, I'm surprised how students don't think on these lines at all. सिर्फ स्कोर बता के बैठ जाते हो. अरे स्कोर मुझे नहीं चाहिए. मुझे बताओ कितना राइट किया, कॉन्फिडेंटली किया, और जो आसान था उसको राइट किया कि नहीं. That's more important. So my recommendation will be attempt and all the questions are on our platforms. PYQs भी platform पे हैं. Okay. The subject wise division also on the platforms. Go for it. Okay. So that's done. I'm almost done with my कैसे? Close. Just few more minutes. I'm almost done. You have sat with me for as long. Let me take you through the conclusions also. Thank you. So I've discussed all of this. Know the exam well, quality, time cutoff, increase your attempts. PYQ learnings, our recommendation, curate your test, consistency. So now here, I'm summing up now. Your preparation has to be consistent, means daily karo, with discipline. Try if possible to become a part of a small group. ये सब ना अकेले करने थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. If you are competitive mode में रहोगे ना, you do PYQ, I'll do PYQ, let's see what the scores are. It helps. If you don't have a group, that's perfectly fine. But my recommendation is, if as a group, and I think better if you do it with a mentor again. Somebody who can guide you in the process. I think that is where I can pitch ourselves as a possible ecosystem. So whatever you have seen as a part of the process, you have got 2 ways. आप अपने आप करो, which I have told you the technique entirely. Second is, you can be part of our program, okay, where we give you a group of 30, 40 of you are sitting in the class. Some of you online can also join us. There will be a mentor, either I am there or somebody will be there. Okay, you'll have Uttam sir or Devinder sir who will support in the process. And one of my inspiring images or symbols is, I don't know if you know this movie or not, Rocky. Suna hai aapne movie? And I think some of these movies are very powerful movies. Aap isko dekh lo. And you will know what I mean by intensity and consistency. A man who had extraordinary talent. So many of us, we get comfortable once we realize कि हमारे पास capability है. But what you miss out is the intensity part and the discipline part. So maybe this man who played Rocky, okay, he was a real life boxer from Cuba. And yes, Stalin ने role किया था. And Indian cricket, I think I'll say the epitome of this was Sachin Tendulkar. And today's time, maybe even Virat Kohli. So if you can be consistent, disciplined, at it, and not naive, not like stupid dumb people. Exam pata hai, course pata hai, and you're on. I don't think the prelims should be impossible goal to scale. Okay? So my wishes to all of you. Thank you for sitting through. I hope I taught something to you. And any ways we can help you beyond this, let us know. Yes, our program is PSP Prelims Support Program. One batch had started in the month of December. एक और batch शुरू होने वाला है from 15th of January. So you all welcome to be part of that and we'll support you in this process. Okay, thank you. Have a nice weekend and happy learning. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Any doubts you can ask me? I'm still here. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. And offline students, thanks all of you. As always,